What is up, all of my beautiful Dolly friends? I'm Dr. Doll, and I'm coming to you from my backyard. It is not super hot outside. Yesterday was horrible. We live in the Midwest, and it is just, it's killing me this year especially. But I just wanted to kind of give you an update and some major life updates, things that have been going on. I know that I haven't been super active with the channel during the last 9 months. If you have missed the last couple videos, the reason for that is I started a teaching job, but it is now officially summer. School is out. So I'm planning to get back into doing videos, doing doll restorations, but there's definitely some major life updates I wanted to inform you guys on. The biggest one probably being I am expecting. And as you can see, I'm pretty far along. I think I'm 6 months now, so due in September. It was a surprise, a happy surprise. Those of you who have been with me for the last 2 years from the beginning of the channel know that, we had 2 miscarriages in 2021, and I found a fertility specialist and worked with her for a while, did some tests, found out that there were some things that weren't quite right. Oh, and Charlie's gonna come join us. Hi, Charlie. Say hi to all your fans. Hello. They haven't seen you in so long. Charlie's still doing well. She's seeing what we're up to. Yeah, so I saw a fertility specialist, and we tried really hard for like 1.5 years to get pregnant again, and it just wasn't happening. We did everything we could think of, and it was just, I could not get pregnant. And so we kind of just accepted that, we had 2 boys and that was it. And we kind of moved on with that stage of life. We shut that door. I started teaching, and then in January, I started feeling like weird, just kind of like nauseous and lightheaded. And I think we were in Walmart and it was like after church, and I felt like I was going to pass out. And my husband was like, "You should take a pregnancy test." And I was like, "No, there's no way I'm pregnant." But just to peace of mind, I went ahead and took one, and sure enough, it was positive. And any of you who have experienced pregnancy loss or miscarriage know that it's kind of like, it's a weird emotion when you get that positive test after having a miscarriage. It's because it's like you're happy, but you're also scared. And so we were very, very cautiously optimistic about it. So we had to wait. Let's see, I got a confirmation of pregnancy at 6 or 7 weeks, and then I had an ultrasound at 8 weeks. And let me tell you, the first trimester was an absolute roller coaster. We didn't announce the pregnancy to anyone until my second trimester, just because it was like we didn't know if we were gonna if the baby was gonna make it or not. It was just such a roller coaster. Oh, by the way, don't mind this. Trying to get rid of a wart on my nose that keeps coming back. I had it frozen off 3 years ago, and it decided to come back. And I didn't want to try and get rid of it during the school year because all my students would be like, Mrs. Gibson, what's on your nose? So now that it's summer, trying to get rid of it. So just excuse, you guys know what I look like. Anyways, first trimester. So I go in, we're like cautiously optimistic. I go in for my 8-week ultrasound and they did not find a baby. They found a sac and a placenta with no baby, no embryo, nothing. Like, and they were like, this is called a blighted ovum. It's basically, it's a type of miscarriage, where the placenta and the egg sac like develop normally, but the embryo doesn't. And they were like, you know, you're probably gonna miscarry like the rest of it in the next couple of days. So we were obviously like super heartbroken, even though we had tried not to get our hopes up about this one. You know, we still were hoping, and so to like learn that there wasn't a baby, it was just like really, really devastating. And they were like, I had to do a 4-week follow-up to like make sure that everything was gone, like the uterus was clear. So I scheduled another ultrasound for 4 weeks later, and the whole like time in between, like nothing happened, like there was no bleeding or anything. And so I just kept like hoping and praying that there would be a miracle and that they had just like missed the baby. The baby was there. Went in 4 weeks later, so I would have been 12 weeks at this point. And that's when they actually saw that there was a baby. I don't know how they missed it at the 8-week ultrasound, but they did. And so obviously I was like an emotional mess. Like baby was fine, baby was healthy, measuring right at 12 weeks. So it was really nuts. Like that's never happened before. I've had ultrasounds earlier than 8 weeks where like you could see the baby. So it was really, really bizarre that they just missed them entirely. But yeah, so it felt like a miracle. However, there was another issue at the 12-week mark. They found that there was a blood clot that was like lodged between the placenta and the lining of the uterus. And they were like, you know, basically if it gets bigger, it can cause the placenta to detach, which would then cause a loss of pregnancy. So come back again in another 4 weeks and basically we'll monitor it, see if it's getting bigger, if it's getting smaller. So at this point, like I'm into my second trimester, I'm showing. I've always showed super early, especially with not my first pregnancy. After Edmund, like my belly is just like bleh. It just like everything relaxes down there. So I was starting to show. People were starting to like gossip and wonder. We told a couple people at this point, but we still were like unsure if we were actually having a baby or not, because of this blood clot. There's a name for it. It was like something hematoma, but I guess they do happen. Anyways, so we had to wait another 4 weeks, so I'm 16 weeks pregnant at this point. Go back in for another ultrasound, and this time the blood clot's totally gone, disappeared, is no longer there. It's no longer an issue, and baby's healthy, fine. Everything looks normal. So literally the first 16 weeks of pregnancy, we did not know if we were going to have a baby or not. Like it was very much like an emotional roller coaster. So I'm 24 weeks now, 24 or 25. I don't know. I can't quite remember. And we didn't really like make it public until 16 weeks because of all the like craziness going on. We found out at the 20 week that we're having another boy. Of course, we always have boys, which I'm super happy about. I think other people were like more disappointed than I was. Like honestly, at this point in my life, like changing it up is scary. Like I know what to expect with boys. I love being a boy mom, so I am totally happy, fine with it. But yeah, like some of my friends were like, "Oh, I was really hoping it'd be a girl," and I was like, I just don't care. Baby's healthy and happy, everything's good. So anyways, that's been the biggest life change. So if it feels like I've been living under a rock, I have, because for the last 5 months, I have just been dealing with pregnancy issues and doctor's appointments. I have to get shots twice a week, progesterone shots, in my back, because that was like one of the issues with my infertility was I found out that I'm like super, super low in progesterone. But anyways, so that's one thing that's been going on. And with that, I have been having to move all of my doll stuff because the doll room, or the room where like all my doll stuff was, is now going to be the nursery. When we moved to this house last year, I had absolutely no idea that room was going to be a nursery. At that point, we thought we were done having more, and like I said, happy surprise. So I kind of just like had doll stuff everywhere. So it has been an enormous project moving all of that. I got a workbench in the garage. I have been organizing, moving boxes, moving doll stuff, all of it down to the garage. I can't lift too much, obviously, but just like it's been an enormous undertaking. I have a video that I'm working on that's kind of documenting the whole process, and you'll see just how insanely crazy this room was. So it is a work in progress as it slowly becomes a nursery. That's been another major life change. And one reason why I haven't gotten any videos out yet is just because like I don't know where anything is. Everything is like, I am just now finding stuff, because it was honestly just everywhere. So I'm finally getting organized. I'm moving everything, relocating it. I have at least 3 videos that I'm working on right now that are either in the middle of being filmed or are in the editing process right now. So look forward to those. I am planning to have videos out and have content out soon. But if you're wondering like what's going on with me, that's what's been going on. Like, so this year has been insane. I started working, and then I got pregnant, and then it was like complicated. And yeah, now we're getting back to doll stuff, doll restorations. So the other like change that you might notice in the channel is I'll still be Dr. Doll, and the main focus of the channel will be on doll restorations. But I also have a couple other like projects that are not necessarily dolls that I want to do just for fun that I think I'm going to go ahead and film. So that's going to be a little bit different. It's a new generation for the channel, a new life for the channel, but I'm excited to get going on it. Thank you to, I've had so many people who, so many of you guys who started watching me 2 years ago reach out to me on various social media like Instagram. A couple of you who have my email have reached out to me and just like checking on me, making sure I'm okay. And I so appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Our family's doing fine. Actually, like, I've never been better. Like, I'm really happy. I'm really upbeat. I'm doing great. But thank you for being concerned. The reason you haven't heard from me is because of the reasons I've listed. My life's been insane. But I am planning to post content this summer. So be looking out for that. And I just wanted to send this video out to you to kind of let you know what's going on, to be expecting some content, and so that you know what's going on in my life, because, you know, I always share that stuff, you know. So anyways, we'll see you soon, and thank you, as always, for your love and support. Bye, guys.